What's going on, guys? It's N60 Sean. We got our second semi-final match, JackSepticEye versus Leafy. Before we get underway, I just need to do a bit of housekeeping. You can go and show my mate, the game MML, some love on YouTube. Give him some subs. He is the dude behind a lot of our Five Nights at Freddy's creations. If he gets enough subscribers, then we can feature some sister location characters in this series, which would be excellent. Would it be excellent for JackSepticEye, because he is in a feud with the Five Nights at Freddy's characters as well. They've been lurking around, getting involved in his matches. We're hoping we're not going to see that in this match, because he's going to have his hands full with Leafy. Jack has been in the form of his absolute life in this tournament so far. Very, very dominant showing against the Yogscast guys. And let's see what he can do against Leafy. Can he get to the final against H2O Delirious as he launches in with a right hand and a zigzag to Leafy? H2O Delirious, again, so strong in JackSepticEye. If he is going to get to the final, he's going to have to prove that, you know, he is going to be able to take down H2O Delirious. But let's not write off Leafy. Leafy formed an alliance with Billy the Fridge in his last match against Keemstar. Billy the Fridge backstabbing on. There's a Septic Snake Eyes from JackSepticEye in the match here. And Leafy formed this alliance with Billy the Fridge. Could that be a factor here? Could Leafy sneak to the final to H2O Delirious? And what would that mean as Jack goes to the top? Early doors and diving to the outside with an elbow straight to the chest of Leafy. So it's a hard one. It's a hard one to call. If you're going on form, you can't look no further than JackSepticEye. But also, JackSepticEye doesn't have any backup anymore. His buddy Markiplier was injured at the hands of H2O Delirious with a vile guillotine chair maneuver, which is sickening, and that's got to be in the back of Jack's mind. And then he's going to probably want him to be getting revenge for his buddy Mark as he makes his way to the final. But Leafy here, he seems to be wanting no piece of JackSepticEye as he's leading him into the crowd and just hits him in with a knee there. And this sort of environment where anything goes, is going to be favouring Leafy. Leafy likes to whip out some underhanded tactics every now and again, but JackSepticEye coming back with a right hand, and these guys are right deep in the crowd here, right in the middle of the audience of the arena here. Jack with a headbutt to Leafy, but Leafy just seems to have just spat some sort of green mist into JackSepticEye's face, and again just running away. I don't know what Leafy's strategy is here. So he's climbing up on the stage and he's legging it to the backstage area. Obviously all these matches are falls count anywhere. There's no count out, but the match has to be won in the ring as Jack is just following Leafy backstage. And this fight is just spiraled back into the gorilla position here as Jack gets thrown into the TV. And I'm telling you, this is the environment which is favouring Leafy. And Leafy's legged it once again, and Jack is just following Leafy backstage. And as Leafy sneaks into the locker room, Jack now, again, just trying to hunt Leafy down. And wait, what is this? Billy the Fridge, out of nowhere, Leafy has led Jack into a trap. He's lured him into the backstage area, and Billy the Fridge was lying in wait. And he's put a trash can on Jack's head, but once he went to get the steel chair, Jack removing the trash can and just taking Billy the Fridge out and just nailing him with a steel chair. This is what I've been talking about with JackSepticEye being in the form that he's in. He's just nailing Billy the Fridge with those steel chairs. And I think this might have been a plan which is completely backfired for Leafy and Billy the Fridge. And oh, this is bad times to be Billy the Fridge as he is planted with a DDT on the steel chair. And Jack now going for the trash can and striking Billy the Fridge in the face with the trash can. And this has all blown up in, well, this has not been an excellently utilised plan by either Leafy or Billy the Fridge, because Jack has just absolutely laid waste to Billy the Fridge. And again, just with right hands, because obviously Billy the Fridge is a tough dude. Jack wants to be positive that he ain't going to be showing his face at any point, and a Septiceye punch, and that's going to lay the Fridge down. And he just comes straight out of the locker room and takes out Leafy, who was waiting outside. And Jack, with some IKEA flat pack furniture, is just dealing out the punishment to Leafy. 4 solid shots to the midsection of Leafy there. And Jack's got to be thinking about getting this back to the ring, because he can't win the match in the backstage area as Leafy is just being tossed around into what looks like, is that like a laundry bin or something? Big suplex on the floor there, and Jack is just, I think Jack is trying to send a message to the rest of, well, to H2O Delirious, the only remaining competitor, and obviously to Dan is not, but as Leafy goes through a table, Dan is not via also the WWE YouTuber champion, the N60 champion, where who the winner of the tournament will face in a title match. And Jack has got to be sending a very, very stern message to both H2O Delirious and Dan here. But we can't rule Leafy out just yet. Leafy could come out of nowhere. Leafy was taking punishment all in through his last match and still managed to sneak something out as we've gone up onto the stage area here, and Leafy being thrown down the ramp as Jack is just putting the boots in to Leafy here. Leafy's going to have to come out with something pretty darn special to be able to overcome Jack at this point, as again he's sort of just flopping to the ground as Jack throws him into the ringside area. And now Jack has got a sledgehammer, and oh my days, did he just smash Leafy in the nuts with a sledgehammer? Jack, a boy. I mean, there's like a boss, and then there's hitting a dude in the nuts with a sledgehammer. And Leafy has just been tossed into the ring, and this has been an unfortunate time to be Leafy at this point. The king of the reptiles really being taken to all, and he's just sort of begging for what? And an eye poke and a low blow to Jack. And I'll tell you, this is what you need to be worried about with Leafy. He could still just slither out of nowhere, and now he's got the cover on Jack. Feet on the ropes, 1, 2, and that could, oh, and Jack just kicking out at the last minute there, just managing to kick out. And that's the thing, Leafy could come out with something at any moment. You don't know what tricks he could have up his sleeve, what sort of alliances he might have created behind everybody's back. And Jack needs to think about putting Leafy away here, and he's just wailing on him with those steel steps, because you don't want to give Leafy any sort of time to hatch some sort of plan. The Irish curse backbreaker by JackSepticEye. And is that enough? Is Jack going to be looking for a cover here? No, he's going to want to put on more offense to try and send a message, but it looks like it. Oh, the flapjack, and that was straight into the steel steps. Face first goes Leafy, and this could be the beginning of the end for Leafy as Jack's signalling for the end. And could this be the Septiceye punch? It is the Septiceye punch to Leafy. Jack's signature maneuver. Is that going to be it? Is Jack going to be able to get the pinfall and book his place into the finals of this match? He's going to make the cover here. Is this going to be it? Shen Wu with 1, 2, and 3, and Jack has managed to book his place into the final against H2O Delirious. That is it. The most dominant, two of the most dominant forces in this tournament, clashing head to head. Does Jack have what it takes to beat H2O Delirious? That is the question as the lights have gone out in the arena here. And oh, we know, you know that music. H2O Delirious is coming down to the ring now. This is Jack's opponent. This is the man who put his mate Markiplier on the shelf. This is the man who absolutely destroyed Dan TDM. This is the man who took about 5 diamond cutters in one match and still went on to win it. This is the man who just hits people with baseball bats before the bell. This is the man that Jack is going to be facing in the final. Does Jack have what it takes? You're going to have to subscribe. You're going to have to watch the final to find out. Remember what I said, to give my buddy, the game MML, some love as well with the subs so we can get those Five Nights at Freddy's sister location characters involved in the series. I've been N60 Sean. Cheers, guys. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.